back members, back technical working group, observers, prospective leaders, and of course, to all our viewers via YouTube live streaming. Ngayon po ay ikatatlo ng Abril, taong 2024. We will conduct the preference for civil work projects with contract ID numbers 24DD 0165. May I request our head back secretariat, Engineer Queen Maricel J. Siantita, for the roll call of attendees.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning po.
Present from the back members, the Engineer Juan J. Panganiban, our back chairperson.
Present po.
Engineer Lea Esmantas, our back vice chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Evan Vigasas, back member. Engineer Customer M. Villalobos Jr., provisional back member. From back secretariat, yours truly, Queen Maricel J. Siantita, and Miss Arlene O. Mantuano. From back PWG, we have Engineer Dwight C. Claudio. And to enhance our transparency, just we have invited observers. Papunta ka lang daw po. From our prospective leaders, we have no attendees. And so we have covered. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Queen. Before we proceed to our agenda, let me remind you the purpose of this conference. Under Section 22.3 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act 9184, it states that the private conference shall discuss requirements and the technical and financial components of the cap to be bid, including questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders before the private conference. Meaning, the main purpose of this is to avoid or minimize rated failed bidding documents during the preliminary evaluation of bids. The PAC is expecting that the documents to be in line with the procedure prescribed and to what we are going to discuss here today. The private conference provides the procuring entities and the prospective bidders clear guidelines and provide an avenue for clarification to enhance efficient and effective procurement process. So the topic to be discussed will be divided into four. Letter A, letter B, component of the technical and financial proposal. Letter C, the explanation of criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. And last, letter D, the contract awarding. Yung pong questions or comments from the players will be entertained after all the times have been presented. Kaya during the discussion, kindly reserve questions for an open forum for all your question po. So, for the brief presentation of the contract data, may I request Engineer Jose Crisostomo M. Villalobos Jr. Take it away.
Morning.
Morning po.
Morning.
Presentation of basic contract data for contract ID number 24 DD0174 to 24 DD0191. Implementing office is the construction section. For contract ID number 24 DD0174, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support, Social Services, Improvement of Multipurpose Building and Site Facilities, San Jose, Batangas. Scope of works, completion of one-story San Jose Sports Center, 79.6 meters by 61.10 meters, including architectural works, finishing works, auxiliary works, and public address system. Approved budget for the contract, 49,500,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act. Contract duration, 120 calendar days. Size range, medium A, license category B. For the major category of works involved with the contract to be bid, BIC, WO, PLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works are the following. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24D0175, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities Service Building, including Facilities, DOH, Barangay Marawoy, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of works, construction of 6-story multipurpose building, 108 meters by 44.9 meters, including footing tie beams and columns from mud foundation to lower ground floor. Construction 336 linear meter perimeter fence with average height of 6.15 meters, including works and painting works. Construction of 185 linear meter, 1,520 millimeter diameter RCPC drainage system, including manhole. Approved budget for the contract, 49,500,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. Size range, medium A, license category B. For the major category to be bid, BIC, WO, PLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works are the following. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0176, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities, Multipurpose Building, San Sebastian Elementary School, Barangay San Sebastian, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of works, construction of 4-story 8-classroom school building, 23 meters by 9.5 meters, including finishing works, electrical works, plumbing works, mechanical works, installation of 137.5 kVA, pole-mounted distribution transformer, hand washing on one side, fire alarm system. Approved budget for the contract, 34,650,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. Size range, medium A, license category B. For the major category of works involved in the contract to be bid, BIC, WO, PLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5. For the minimum requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0177, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support, Social Services, construction of multipurpose building in Lodlod Integrated National High School, Barangay Lodlod, Lipa City, Batangas. building 23 meters by 9.5 meters, including demolition of existing building, finishing works, electrical works, plumbing works, mechanical works, hand washing on one side, fire alarm system, and auxiliary works. Approved budget for the contract, 34,650,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act. Contract duration, 180 days. For the major category of works involved in the contract to be bid, PICWO, PLC, buildings, construction without pipes, concrete frame 1 to 5 stories. Categories of works are the following. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0178, Convergence and Special Support Program, based on multipurpose building facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, integrated National High School, Barangay Lodlod, Lipa City, Batangas. School building 23 meters by 9.5 meters, including demolition of existing one-story 3 classroom, finishing works, electrical works, plumbing works, mechanical works.
For the consideration of the representation of project to be bid for the scope of work of D400178, construction of 4-story through school building 23 meters by 9.5 meters, including the listing one. Finishing works, electrical works, plumbing works, mechanical works, installation of one pole meter, hand washing on one side, and fire alarm system and auxiliary works. With approved budget for the contract, 34,600,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 24 General Appropriation Act. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. Size, range, and license category, Region A and B, respectively. For major category of works, BIC, the as low-rise concrete frame, and for similar categories of works, BICWPHCCP, BICWPLCCP, BIL, BIH, and BIM. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For 24DD178, and for contract ID number 24DD24179, name of contract, Convergence Special Support Program, based on construction for Purpose Support Social Services, construction of multipurpose building, building 2 in Batangas. The scope of work is construction of 1-story multipurpose building, 45 meters by 77, including embankment, footing, column, structural steel, and roofing boards. The approved budget for the contract is 31,680,000 pesos only. Source of funds is FY 2024. Operations according to AA. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Size range is medium A and license category B. Floor is BICWOPLC or building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. The course of works is building construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, low-rise concrete frame, and building industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For 24DD0180, Convergence Special Support Program, based on the program construction of multipurpose building at Rizal National High School, Barangay Rizal, Lipa City, Batangas. The scope of works is construction of 3-story admin building, 15.9 by 10.6 meter, including demolition of existing 1-story faculty room,
Structural works, architectural works, finishing works, plumbing works, electrical works, and mechanical works. The approval budget for the contract is 19,800,000 pesos only. The source of funds is FY budget for TAA. The contract duration is 180 calendar days and the size range is small b and license category C and D. The major category of works is building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. The similar categories of work is building construction with piles, high-rise and low-rise concrete frame, cast-in-place piles, and building industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. The minimum major equipment requirements are for the contract item number 24-0181, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, multipurpose buildings or facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Barangay, Batangas. This scope of work is building for building 1, construction of 1 stories multipurpose building or covered hall, 53 meters by 7.8 meters, including civil works, structural works, sanitary works, and electrical works. And for building 2, construction of 1-story covered court extension, 27.7 by 9.75 meters, including the dressing rooms, toilet, office, septic tank, and ground floor, installation at second floor, and ventilating system. The approved budget for the contract is 19,800,000 pesos only. The source of fund is FY 2024 DEA. Contract duration is 120 calendar days, size range is small b, license category C and D. The major category of works, building construction without piles, low-rise steel frame, 1 to 5 stories. And the similar categories of works, building construction with piles, high-rise and low-rise steel frame, cast-in-place piles, and building industrial plant for low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. The major equipment requirements are the following. For 24-0182, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, access roads and bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings or facilities. Construction of bridge, Barangay Batangas. The scope of work is construction of 12 linear meter bridge RCDG with width of 7.5 meters, including 100 linear meter road approaches with width of 3 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. 84 linear meters of revetment or stone masonry with height of 4 meters and construction of creepway. The approved budget for the contract is 40,850,000 pesos only. Source of fund is FY24 GAA. The contract duration is 179 calendar days. Size range is small b and license category of C and D. The major category of works is bridge construction. The categories of work is bridge rehabilitation concrete with cast-in-place piles and bridge retrofitting concrete, cast-in-place piles, bridges construction with board piles, bridges rehabilitation with board piles or concrete, and bridges construction concrete and bridges rehabilitation retrofitting. For contract ID number 24-0182, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Multipurpose building or facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, San Juan Municipal Police, Barangay, San Juan, Batangas. The scope of work is construction of 3-story multipurpose building, Municipal Police Station, 12.2 meters by 9.025 meters, including structural works, finishing works, plumbing works, electrical works, installation of 50 kV transformer, mechanical works, and water pumping system. For 24 GAA, the contract duration is 165 calendar days, size range is small b, and license category C and D. And for the major category of work, we have building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. And similar categories of works of building construction with piles, high-rise and low-rise concrete frame, cast-in-place piles, and building industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. Major are the Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, or BIP, multipurpose buildings or facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building at Chodoro and Calo Memorial Elementary School, Barangay, Lipa, City, Batangas. The scope of works is construction of 3-story multipurpose building, 11.5 meter by 6.6 meters, including demolition of existing structures, civil works, finishing works, electrical works, mechanical works, 2,000 liters stainless water tank, location of existing need. The upper budget for the contract is 12,375,000 pesos only. For the source of fund, we have for FY 2024 General Appropriation Act or GAA. Contract duration is 150 calendar days, size range small b, and license category. The major category of works is building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. And the similar categories of work is building construction with piles, areas, and low-rise, concrete frame, cast place, piles, and medium rise. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. And for contract item number 24-0185, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, access roads and bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings or facilities, construction of road, Barangay Lipa, Batangas. The scope of work is construction of 180 linear meter and 560 meter road with width of 3 meters and 4 meters respectively and thickness of 0.2 meters, including with a 2.45 cross lane using 610 mm diameter RCPC and 1.2 linear meter grounded Lipa with height of 1.8 meters. The upper budget for the contract is 19,900,000 pesos only. Source of fund is FY 2024 GAA. The contract duration is 62 calendar days. The size range is small b and license category of CNP. The major category of works is roads construction PCP, and the similar category of works is roads rehabilitation PCP and roads construction requirements are the following. For 24-0186, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, multipurpose buildings and facilities to support social services. Construction of multipurpose building, Taisan, Batangas. The construction of 1-story multipurpose building, 27.98 meters, including structural works, finishing works, plumbing works, electrical works, mechanical works, and furniture, with a pro budget for the contract of 9 billion. FY 2024 GAA, the contract duration is 150 calendar days, size range of small p and license category of CNP. The major category of works is building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. And the similar categories of works of building construction with piles, high-rise and low-rise, concrete frame, cast place piles, and building industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise. The minimum major equipment requirements for the following. 11. Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure access roads and bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic buildings or facilities. Construction of road, Barangay Lodlod, 2nd, San Jose, Batangas. The scope works construction of 365 meter road with width of 6 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. The upper budget for the contract is 7,920,000 pesos only. Source of fund of FY 2024 GAA. Contract duration of 40. Size range of small category of works of roads construction PCP and similar category of works of roads rehabilitation PCP and roads construction tunnel PCC. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract item number 24-0188, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, multipurpose building and facilities to support social services, construction of road including drainage and Barangay Latag, Lipa City, Batangas. The scope of work is construction of 285 linear meter road with width of 5 meters and thickness of 0.23 meters and 301 linear meter road widening with average width of 1.575 meter and thickness of 0.28 meters. The upper budget for the contract is 7,425,000 pesos only. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA. The contract duration of 88 calendar days and size range of small b and license category. The major category of works roads construction PCP and similar category of works of roads rehabilitation PCP roads construction tunnel PCC. The major requirements are the following. The contract item number 24DD0189, Convergence Special Support Program. Basic infrastructure, multipurpose buildings of facilities that support social services. Multipurpose building, Barangay Hall in Barangay Payapa, Barangay, Batangas. The scope of works is construction story. Multipurpose building, Barangay Hall 9 meters by 10 meters, including structural works, architectural works, sanitary work, and electric ramps only. The provided for the cost 3.5,140,000 pesos. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA. The condition of 1 calendar day, the size range and last category of CNP. The major category of work is construction frame 1 to 5 stories, and similar categories of works of building construction with piles, high-rise and low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles, and building industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For 24DD0190, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP, access roads and bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public building or facilities, construction of construction of 163.5 linear meter and 61.8 linear meter road with width of 5 meters to 4 meters respectively and a thickness of 0.2 meters. For section 2, construction of 57.5 linear meter road with width of 4 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. The approved budget for the contract is 4,920,000 pesos only. FY 2024 GAA, contract duration of 45 calendar days, size range of small B and license category of CND. The first major PCCP and similar categories of works of roads rehabilitation PCCP and roads construction plan PCCP. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For 24DD0191 Convergence Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps or CPAG, flood mitigation structure protecting major or strategic public buildings or facilities, rehabilitation of drainage system at Barangay Multipurpose, Lipa City, Batangas. So, works construction of 42.2 linear meter, 5.8 linear meter with steel gratings, line canal. Construction of 83.3 linear meter, 60 mm diameter as PC drainage including manhole, sidewalk, curbs, and gutter. The approved budget for the contract is 4,900,000 pesos only. The source of fund is FY 2024 General Appropriations Act and contract duration of 95 calendar days. The size range is small b and license category CNB. The major category of work is flood control, construction, drainage, closing of and similar work and control, hydraulics, drainage, dam, river control. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. And for the minimum materials test equipment for the medium contractors. And for contract item number 24DD01802191, minimum materials testing equipment for small contractors are shown. The manpower requirements for contract 021 as shown. And for contract item number 24DD0182 to 24DD0191 as shown. For manpower requirements, accredited safety officer required upon assurance of notice of award subject to Department Order numbers 98 series of 2014. Submission of construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE. For the safety officer with additional 48 hours of advanced special course relevant to this industry as prescribed in Public Act number 11058 issued through Department Order 198 series of 2018 of DOLE. The first aider with certificate of training issued with the compliance to DOLE requirements for with the following number of years of work experience. The experience means total years of work experience, construction and engineering consultancy services, and include the tax identification number or the key personnel. compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016 revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, and include also the contact number of materials engineer. Thank you.
Now, clear presentation. Hindi po mabilis. So, the explanation of criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification will be Engineer Dwight C. Claudio, our DPWH member.
Good morning. Checklist for the preliminary examination of technical and financial.
For the checklist of preliminary examination of technical and financial proposal, shown is the checklist of technical proposal. For technical proposal, must be composed of the following. For Class A documents, we have legal documents. First, valid PJEBS registration certificate must be platinum membership. All PJEBS under Section 8.5.2 of revised IRR. PJEBS a current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under Section 23.1A and 24.1A. Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CPA for cooperatives. Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or the municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective leader is located for those areas. A recently expired mayor's or business permit together with the official receipt as proof that the advice for renewal within the period prescribed by the concerned local government unit shall be accepted by PJEBS for the purpose of updating of PJEBS certificate of registration and membership in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of 2016 revised IRR. Next, we have tax clearance for the number 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to the bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or the SLCC, similar to the bid, except under condition provided under the rules. Next, we have the valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, or PCAB license, or a special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Next, we have the party bank submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. For project requirements, first is the organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Next is the duly signed list of contractors' key personnel. Given examples are project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, construction safety officer, and foreman to be assigned to the contract. With their complete qualification experience date, these personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the DBS. These contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be used for this contract, which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, supported by proof of ownership, lease, purchase of certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. These equipment units must meet the minimum major equipment requirements for the contract set in the DBS. Next, we have original duly signed and notarized omnibus sworn statement, or the OSS, in accordance with Section 25.3 of the 2016 audited financial statement, showing among others the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of the bid submission. For Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement, or JVA, in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR. Each partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective 5.2 of this IRR, the submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitutes compliance, provided that the partners responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contract and audited financial statements. Bidding forms for technical documents. Reminder for the prospective bidders that the bidder shall use the bidding forms. The bidder may also download these forms from the DPWH website of the bidding entity. Hard copies of those forms as part of the bidding documents for the contract. For purposes of determining the eligibility of bidders using the criteria stated in Section 23.4 of 2016 revised IRR, only the following documents shall be required by the BAC using the forms prescribed in the bidding documents. Bidding documents with prescribed forms shall be considered as compliant. For bid securing declaration, release of contractors' personnel, the key personal's affidavit, release of contractor equipment, and the omnibus sworn statement. For the checklist of financial proposal, financial proposal shall be composed of the following. First is the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Next is the original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Third is the duly accomplished detailed estimate form, including a summary in the prices of labor rates and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And last is the cash flow by quarter. Bidding forms for financial documents. First is the bid form, the summary of bid prices, the bill of quantities, and the cash flow. The purchase and submission of bid, a complete set of bidding documents will be acquired by the interested bidders until April 16, 2024. Cut-off time is 9:15 a.m. Bidder must have a approved appointment with a specific time schedule. A cancellation of appointment. Please be informed on the day of the bidding opening. The approved appointment intended for purchasing bidding documents will be limited to 10 prospective bidders only. To strictly follow the bidding opening schedule, secure the approved appointment to DPWH Bats for appointment at gmail.com. Bids submitted manually must be duly received by the bank secretariat at bidding room, DPWH Batangas for District Engineering Office, Marawoy, Lipa, City, Batangas. For submission of bids for electronic submission of bids for civil works projects, it must be sent at electronic bids_Batangas for at dpwh.gov.ph on or before April 16, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. The procedure should be observed following the Department Order Number 87, Series of 1990, and it is also indicated in our bid data sheets. All representatives who will submit their bids must duly authorize and registered liaison officer as reflected in the contractor's registration certificate or are required to present their company ID and one government-issued ID for verification purposes.
Thank you, Engineer Queen. And now for the award of contracts. So, sorry for the inconvenience. So, for the continuation, the explanation of criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, and post-qualification will be presented by Engineer Dwight C. Clucho, our DPWH member.
Good morning. Explanation of preliminary bid evaluation and cost qualification. Of bids. Technical proposal. The purpose of this examination is solely to determine the presence or absence of each of the required comprising the bid, as stated in section 3.5.2, using a simple non-discretionary pass if present or fail if absent criteria with the aid of checklists. The bank shall first open and undertake the bank determining bidders line with the documents required to be submitted for the technical component. If the required document is present, the technical component shall be treated as task for that particular requirement. On the hand, if the required document is absent, example, missing, incomplete, or patently deficient component shall be rated as failed for the particular requirement. The bank shall rate the technical component as failed and immediately to the mentioned component and open. Receipt of the scanned copies of the first bid envelope with the required 16 IRR electronic bid submission shall be considered as compliant with the requirements of the said bidding submission, subject to the submission of the original copies of the following: first, bid securing declaration or other forms of bid security excluding cash. Second, the omnibus term statement. These are concerned during the post-qualification stage. The non-submission of these forms on the set period shall render the bid submission as non-compliant and shall result in the post-disqualification. Eligibility screening. Preliminary examination of the technical component of the bids. The bank, assisted by bank secretariat, shall conduct eligibility check of each bidder that pass the documentary requirements for the technical component of being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH CWA. The CWA program will then electronically process and match the bidder's capability or eligibility data in the CWA. Value of the LCC for major or similar categories of works and actual NFCC again eligibility requirements for the contract derived here entered into the CWA. Section 4.8.2 requires and NFCC at least equal to it. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. First, the cost of the bidder's LLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured. Second, the bidder's NFCC is at least equal to ABC of the project to be procured. However, the contractors under the small B category without similar experience on the contract to be bid may be allowed to bid up to 30 million based on the guide. Bank shall open the second envelope of each pass bidder and shall evaluate it using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceed the ABC. Receipt of the scanned copies of the second bid envelope with the required forms such as the duly signed bid form, IRR, for electronic or online bid submission shall be considered as compliant with the requirements of the said bid submission. Bid evaluation. The bank will immediately conduct detailed evaluation of all bids using non-discretionary criteria considered the following. First, completeness of the bid. Unless the instructions to bidders specifically allow partial bids, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding document, including non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. Where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive but is specifying a zero or a dash. For the second item, mean that it is being offered for free to the government except those required by law or regulation to be provided for. Second, arithmetical correction. Consider computational errors and commission to enable proper comparison. If expressly allowed in the bidding documents. Any adjustment shall be calculated in monetary terms to determine the calculated prices. In case differences between bid price in figures and in words, the latter shall be paid. Total price per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of the item, the latter shall be paid. Stated total price and the actual sum of price of component items, the latter shall be paid. Unit cost in the third shall be paid. Bids shall be ranked in the ascending order of the total calculated bid prices, evaluated and corrected for computational errors and bid modification. To identify the lowest calculated bid, total calculated bid prices as evaluated and corrected for computational errors and other bid modifications which exceed the ABC shall be disqualified. Post qualification. The lowest calculated bid shall undergo post qualification whether bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements by the within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder from the bank that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid. The bidder shall submit to the bank its latest income and business tax returns and other appropriate license and permit required by law and stated in the bidding documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or provide against the penalty thereof is provided that in the event that of finding against the veracity of any documents, it shall cause the form to execute in accordance with Section 69 of this IRR. The post-qualification shall verify, validate, and ascertain the veracity, authenticity, and validity of all Class A eligibility documents supporting the field job certification of registration and membership in accordance with Section 85.2 of this IRR, and all statements made and documents submitted by the bidder using non-discretionary criteria. The bidding but shall not be limited to the following. First, the requirements to verify, validate, and obtain license, certificates, permits, and agreements submitted by the bidder, and the fact that it's not included in the blacklist as provided in Section 25.3 of 2016 revised IRR. Second, technical requirements. Verification and validation of the bidder stated competence and experience and the competence and experience of the bidder assigned to the project for the procurement of the infrastructure project and consulting services. Verification of availability and commitment and or inspection and capacities and operating condition of equipment unit to be owned, leased, under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contract. If any of these ongoing negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project of negative slippage of at least 10% in each 2 or more contracts. Then, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contract within set calendar days and complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of the defects and deficiencies. Third, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contract certificate of acceptance within 30 calendar days and 20 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects for standard quality works per contract plan and system of unsatisfactory performance of the contractor obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Last, DEO number 127, series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidder with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. If the bank deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault of negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Financial criteria ascertain the bid price proposal of the bidder and whenever applicable, the bidder's NFCC to ensure that the bidder can sustain the operating cash flow of the transaction. If the bank determines that the bidder with the lowest calculated bid passes or the criteria for post-qualification, declare the set bid as the lowest calculated responsive bid.
Thank you, Engineer Taujo. And now, for the award of contacts. The bid shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsible as a result of the bid. Award should be made within the bid validity period. In accordance with Department Order Number 11 Series of 2021 and the Republic Act 9180 and its implementing rules and regulation under Section 37.1.4, the NOAA shall require the bidder with the LCRB to submit to the procuring entity within 10 calendar days from the bidder's receipt of NOAA the following documents as decided. Letter A, Notice of Award or NOAA with the bidder signed conform. Letter B, Authority of Signing Official or Board Resolution / Secretary Certificate. Letter C, a joint venture JV Contractors becomes Special JV License and JV Agreement. Letter D, Performance Security in accordance with Section 39 of Revised IRR. Letter E, Construction Method using Form DPWH-INFR-45. Letter E, diagram and bar chart with S-curve or other approved tools of project scheduling and cash flow. Use Form DPWH-INFR-46. Letter G, manpower schedule. Use DPWH-INFR-47. Letter H, equipment utilization schedule. Use Form DPWH-INFR-48. Letter I, construction safety and health program. Use Form DPWH-INFR-49. Letter J, contractors all risk insurance or carry. Letter K, latest tax and business returns duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payment made. Tax clearance from the BIR to prove full and timely time of taxes. Letter L, for a local contractor, certification under oath stating that contractor is free and clean from liabilities. Security shall remain valid until issuance of by the procuring entity of the certificate of final acceptance. Performance security in cases where on-time attention to additional works or where project cost is less extent in the draft and approval variation order, change order, so value of the works. Any supplemental or bid bulletin issued by the PJEPs in the website of the procuring entity concerned if available. So let's for prospectus all bidding documents printed in bond paper properly paginated with its content appropriately written. All attached dated documents shall be signed. All pages are by prospective bidders. So, forum. So, we're going to proceed to comments and queries from our prospective bidders. Back members. So, attendees. It seems that everything. So, invite